How's it going? I wanted to give you a quick tutorial on sharpening drill bits. So what I always use, I just go to Harbor Freight and I buy a pack of these for like a couple bucks. And really good. They're fine out of the box. They drill most things and they're good to practice on. So your drill bit has multiple angles to take into consideration. So your leading edge is what's going to come into contact with the steel and start the cut. The relief angle, which is back here, it needs to be out of the way. If you've removed too much metal from this lead edge, this shoulder is just going to rub because this isn't sticking up. This has been ground down, so it's not going to cut. So one angle is this way. The other angle is this way. How far? Here and here. So you have to do, sort of one of these numbers for your angle. It's kind of confusing at first. And then the other angle is this way or this way, which centers your point. So if you sharpen it more at one angle or another, it'll change that edge and the tip being perfectly straight up and down. So this is, I'm not going to use my nice belt for this because I have exactly one left that I don't want to ruin for handles and stuff. You can use some really fine belts that are out there. I don't for drill bits. I normally will I'll just do a 120 for today's training exercises. I can't find my other ones. Alright, so I'm going to do is I'll zoom in on my magical camera here and make it hopefully make sense. Alright, so this is where I'm looking from. So I know if I'm going to be straight on like this, my relief angle that I was talking about, you just make sure your edge is like this. It doesn't even have to be great. It can be kind of here, it can be here. So there's a little bit of room with freehand sharpening drill bits and they'll still work. So this angle, it's kind of easy to just tell, where am I at this way. It looks funny if you're too far off, so you kind of line that up. Buzz. Once you got one angle down, you just CNC pivot it. If you ever seen a CNC tooler change, but you can tell my angle, it's like, it's weird. It's not like a knife where it's perfectly straight. It's not in and out. It's down here and it's away. But one little buzz like that, for me, I'm going to say I'm happy with that. You can see you've got a little bit of a relief angle. I'm going to try this on a piece of wood. The other thing too, that right there, it feels like it wants to bite. So I'm going to call that good. And I'm just going to use it on a piece of wood, piece of Kydex. Got my neat phone stand I'm using for my really expensive professional YouTuber camera, the cell phone. Alright, so it doesn't hate that. If your drill bit will not drill wood, do not try it on metal. It will not drill the metal. That is just the truth. Alright, I'll grab this little piece of Kydex. Yeah, I'm barely touching it. I just want to see how wispy the little curly cues are. So that to me would be cutting. Practice, trial and error, and yeah, just play around with it. You can do this with you can do it with freehand. You can do it with a bench grinder. You know, a lot of machinists will do that. So I like the M42 bits. That's why I use my knives at an M42. So, but that's what I would say is just start with those basics and give it a shot. If it's dull already, it doesn't work, then you're not ruining anything, right? Carbide, you're going to need diamond or that green colored abrasive. They have special carbide grinding wheels we talked about in machining school. But I get diamond sanding belts for my carbide bits. So, yeah, try that and tell me what you think.